talking about the late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were doing training, further education training. We
Yes.
focused on a lot of the computer training. Those days were DOS, Lotus 123. It was all technology has moved so fast.
Very much.
Education changes all the time.
Yes.
And yeah, we trained further education training programs. We were credited with a QCTO, the QCTO, Umalusi, those days,
Oh,
Umalusi.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. And so we offered computer training, we offered management, secretarial. Customer care has always been a passion for me. We did a lot of customer service training within the municipalities.
Yes.
And
government organizations, yes.
Yeah, the chemical companies where they needed sales skills. So service skills are so wide. It's such a huge industry.
Yes.
And so I've basically just moved on from there. And CICM, which is a global company, then approached me and said, let's focus on customer service, customer experience management, in journey mapping, customer experience in transformation, customer experience in the design process. So there's so many different customer service management, customer service management, or customer call center training. There's so many different skills. And it doesn't actually matter where you start. There's just so many different customer experiences, basically taking you from the beginning to the end.
Yes.
So you need to make sure that the customer is going through a carefree, or should I say, a great experience.
And a
from
satisfied, yes. A
Yes.
satisfied experience, yes.
So
yes.
you've got to make sure that the customer is having a good experience from A to Z.
Yes.
And that is basically what customer experience management is all about.
And where do one register, Ricky? Do we register?
Like I say, if you're interested, send us an email to admin at CICMA global, CIMA global.com. Very easy to remember.
Please, listeners,
it's actually CICM, a global company.
Below this video, I will put all the links in there, the contacts, the links, etc. Please, dear viewer, look at that and go to one of those links to register. I will put it down in the below this video, so so that people can register for the different venues, or Joburg University, or private, or college, not college but corporate. So an individual can register privately, and a corporate can register privately or as a group.
And I think having a university certificate is very important. I mean, that's a brand, it's a brand name. The same as with a CETA. CETA also gives you a credit you can accumulate, you can transfer it to another qualification. Yes, and you can use it globally.
Wonderful.
We are affiliated with boards, quality controlling boards like the CXSA, CXPA. They're all over the world, and we communicate with each other.
Wonderful.
And standards, and make sure that we offer the same standards, throughout the world.
Wonderful.
Because we all use the same customer service skills and, services. When you walk into the shop, you actually expect the same service, whether it's in South Africa, whether it's in Zimbabwe, whether it's in Europe, whether it's in America, wherever. You
But
expect
now,
that women to, and
if I may add, my experiences of services in Australia and in, let's say, America, Florida, I must say South Africa really have to pull up their socks. I'm not saying in general, and I don't want to generalize, but we have a far way to go. We have a way to go, and we can change. I really think it's a matter of changing our mindsets, being proud of who we are, but really living it in our business and in our everyday lives.
I think it's very important to work as a team. And nowadays with WhatsApp, with the technology, digital transformation, it makes it easier. I mean, you can be, your whole group, company can be on a WhatsApp group, and you can all be on the same page, and you can all understand what is needed from each other, and to also have a vision and a mission. Understand if your vision is to have a great customer experience management strategy in place, then make sure that the employees are trained to deliver an excellent customer experience. And so I think make sure that those deliverables are in place and that we're all on the same vision and mission, and work from there and work as a team. And I think that the leaders need to be very responsible how they actually get everybody involved, and that it actually does come from the top, and that they need to motivate the employees. Employees are very important. They're an important part of this whole customer service. They need to know their products. They need to have good communication skills. We need the basics. If our basics are not in place, then all that fancy journey mapping, technology, artificial intelligence, chat box, whatever, it's not going to mean anything. So look after your human factor, look after the employees, make sure that they're on board. And that's where I am. That's what I believe, that we need to educate and get the ground level sorted out.
Yes, and it's true. If your employees feel that they are valued and they are recognized, that's also very important. If a manager or the management of a company do not recognize and do not really value, in many ways, there's many ways to give recognition to those delivering the service, your marketing and sales and customer team. If they aren't recognized and they just have to push for targets and numbers and accumulate income or your numbers, targets, etc., then we won't have that really personal growth in the company, and employees that will remain with the company for a long time. That's all very, very important. And we find that in South Africa, I must say, 50%, as we know, our leaders and our mentors didn't give a good example to the younger ones that's coming, as we can see with the corruption going on. We need more mentors. We need more people with integrity that's really willing to stand up and to walk their talk. And that's why I'm motivating and facilitating other women, business women like yourself, to get their inputs and to really be that us as women voices, being more of a mature women, can really motivate the younger ones, not only women, but as I have on my back screen, we all work towards a qualification because that's what we need. That is the global standard, but you can have how many qualifications, but if you do not have that passion and integrity and the love for people, and if I say love, it's a passion to serve people, then it's actually useless. It won't work. You don't only need a paper, you need a paper, but more than that, you need that passion, compassion, and the drive in yourself to serve people, to serve customers. And yeah, we can give all the qualifications and we can give all the training, but it's a mindset. It's a mindset of knowing and understanding, I am a mentor to the next generation. Mentorship comes from a very young age, and we actually need to bring it back, entrepreneurship in the schools from a young age, so that the young ones understand, you know, I am a mentor, I am a coach, I am a buddy to somebody else. We are all mentors in different areas of life. That's just how I feel and I see it. And we've been walking 20 years together, and wasn't that our drive, that we continued to serve our clients? And I think you have done successful, and we as a team has achieved a lot, and our feedback was very successful. And yeah, we never know everyone that has achieved and developed in life and progress in their career. We don't know it all, but at least, you know, people are passionate, and we all need to develop day by day.
Especially in the customer service industry, I think there's so many job opportunities within this industry.
Yes.
Like I said to you,
everything is customer care. Yes.
It's huge. There's so many different variations and paths that you can follow. You have to start somewhere, and you need to be, you need to have a good attitude at least. You need to like people. If you don't like people, don't.
And you don't want, because people are difficult, eh? You know, people can be very difficult.
But even if you're an AI person or a programming or digital digital scope, you're still going to be working with people. You're still going to be able to sell yourself. You're still going to have to sell yourself.
And you still need the communication. Yes. Yes, you always
need that human factor.
Exactly. We can't take away the human factor yet. You are still going to have to serve people, whether you are in software support, IT, you still have to work with people. You have to work with the people who is in control of the software of a company. Now, talking about that, Ricky, the software and the artificial intelligence, but if we, let's say, for instance, a person in South Africa, I have had bad experiences, and let's say with updating information, my Telkom account or whatever account.
Don't mention brands.
Yeah, the problem is you call in and you want to change your information, and the person take your information and she says, okay, fine. She's doing that and she's putting it all in, just so that you find out, let's say 2 months later or 3 months later, that it wasn't updated.
Yes.
So now, whose fault is that? Is it now the person that was now handling the data input, or was it the back what you can say, the management? So the person who did the update, she did it very well. She received your call and she says, you're welcome, madam, we're going to update it, and she put in all your information, and 3 months later you find out, but it's not yet updated. They didn't rectify, or they didn't change your information, or they didn't credit you with the amount that you paid. Whose fault is that then? It's not the it's not the customer care person that is working on the line, but it is at the back. Am I right?
That's a good question. Because there again, with companies changing to the digital transformation, why are there still so many discrepancies within the various touch points? And also, are they using the correct technology to make sure that data is integrated via the right tools and sources to get a viewpoint of a 360-degree viewpoint of the customer? Exactly. So yes, that's a very good question.
And tell me,
the employee, is he not trained? Does he know the products? Is he trained to know the products and services? What is the problem there? Where's the discrepancies? And I think that is management. Management should be more involved. They should make sure that if they do, or if they integrate new technologies and platforms, that the employees are updated, that they know what's expected from them, that they'll be able to help the customer. And if they don't, then they can find out and they say, I'll get back to you. We don't always know everything. We don't. But we can actually have the initiative to think a bit out of the box and say, I'm not 100% sure, but I will come back to you.
Yes.
And that again, you know what I mean, the attitude towards how you deal with the customer, the empathy for the customer's frustrations.
It's true.
I think that employees have no excuse, even if we are forgiving. If there's a problem with technology or the powers, or for whatever the reason, we are forgiving. But as long as the attitude and the employee has got a nice attitude and make sure that our problem is sorted out, that to me is the basis of
the paramount. Yes, it is the core.
Totally.
It is.
Again, that employees do come to the party and make sure that you are okay, or even phone back and say, hey, have you sorted out? Was the problem sorted out? Are you okay? Are you good? Are you good to go? You know what I mean? Not just,
definitely,
oh, yes, now you're coming and you're an imposter in my day.
And they also need this kind of education and training. Customer service. Definitely. So the individual can also enroll and have a short course, which is 2 days, and at least have a certificate that is credit bearing, that has got a few credits, and the person can now decide, you know what, I want the next course and I want the next module, or we call it units, but it's a module. And at least if that person decides, but wow, I want to do the diploma, is it then possible they can enroll through that university, Joburg University?
Yes.
Will they then get achieve what they have achieved? Will they then be granted the credits for what they have already done?
Yes, totally.
Totally. So if they enroll for the diploma and they have already done a few of the certificate of the units certificates, and they can show that and say, this is my qualifications through this institution, and they enroll with that, the link is down below, and they enroll through the University of Johannesburg, they will achieve credits or receive credits for what they have achieved. Am I right?
They accumulate. So every module, if they, depending on what they want to study, dealing with customers, doing more design processes, or transformation processes, whatever they feel they need to, skill that they want, they require, they can then do that. And also, depending on the time, there are diploma programs available over a year, diploma courses. They can do a diploma, full-time diploma course. If they've got the time, they can do that. If they don't, they can start small. They can do 2-day programs and build up towards a national certification, a full qualification.
It's so wonderful that there are more institutions now that I identified that is now giving this short courses, so that you can learn while you earn, you can learn while you work. You needn't enroll at a further education college for the full 2-3 years, or 2-3 years, or a year program or 2-year program to achieve a diploma. You can now study on your time and online, and achieve the units, and according to your budget. You can do a unit, and then the next unit, and it all adds up. It all adds up. That's wonderful.